is the overcoming process. That's the becoming process. The person who's sick, who says, I don't feel like it. My body doesn't feel very well. They do their meditations anyway.
Ever felt a sudden ache or an unexplained pain and brushed it off as just another random discomfort? But what if it wasn't random at all? What if your body was trying to send you a message, one far deeper than you realize? A message hidden within your spirit, waiting to be understood. Stay until the end to uncover it. Your body speaks a language beyond words, a silent but powerful communication between your physical and spiritual self. Every ache, every discomfort, and every tension holds a deeper meaning waiting to be uncovered. Across ancient traditions and modern science, the connection between pain and emotions has been well documented. A headache that refuses to go away may not just be stress, it could be the weight of unresolved thoughts. The constant ache in your lower back, well, it might be more than bad posture. It could be tied to financial fears or a lack of support. Even something as simple as tight shoulders may be the manifestation of burdens you carry, both physically and emotionally. You see, the body isn't just a machine, it's a map guiding us to understand where healing needs to begin. Think about the emotions you bury, the unspoken grief, the lingering regrets, the suppressed anger. When these feelings go unaddressed, they don't just fade away, they take root in the body. Have you ever noticed how your stomach tightens when you're anxious? That's because the gut is deeply connected to our emotions, often called the second brain. The same way we digest food, we also process experiences. If we struggle to accept change or feel uncertain about the future, our digestion can suffer. Neck pain, on the other hand, might not just be from a bad sleeping position. It could be linked to stubbornness, the inability to see another perspective, or resistance to letting go of past grudges. The body holds on to emotions in ways we don't always recognize, sending signals that demand attention. Let's take a deeper look at some of these messages. A tight chest could mean more than just anxiety. It may be unresolved grief, a heart that hasn't fully healed from past wounds. A sore throat despite no illness could be linked to unspoken words, things you wanted to say, but never did. Back pain, especially in the lower region, is often connected to security, both financial and emotional. If you constantly struggle with lower back pain, it may be a sign that you feel unsupported, that there's a deep fear about stability in your life. Shoulder pain? That could be carrying too much responsibility, feeling like the weight of the world is on you. It's no coincidence that we use phrases like carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders or a gut feeling, because our bodies truly respond to what we feel inside. And what about headaches? They are some of the most common physical complaints, but their spiritual meaning is often overlooked. Persistent headaches may signal an overactive mind, thoughts that won't slow down, or an internal battle between logic and intuition. People who constantly overanalyze, worry, or struggle with decision-making might find themselves dealing with headaches more often than others. Similarly, jaw pain or grinding teeth at night can be linked to suppressed anger or frustration, feelings that aren't being expressed during the day. The tension stored in these areas is your body's way of saying that something needs to be released. It doesn't stop there. Leg pain can often represent fear of moving forward, uncertainty about the future, or feeling stuck in life. If you find yourself dealing with knee pain, ask yourself, are you resisting change? Are you afraid of taking the next step, whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth? The knees are linked to flexibility both physically and mentally. Someone who struggles to let go of control, who refuses to bend or adjust to new situations, may find themselves with chronic knee pain. The same applies to foot pain. Our feet keep us grounded, connected to the earth. If there's pain in your feet, it could indicate a fear of stability or a lack of direction in life. The idea that emotions can manifest as physical pain isn't just spiritual, it's backed by science. Studies in the field of psychoneuroimmunology show that stress and emotions can directly impact physical health. Chronic stress has been proven to weaken the immune system, increase inflammation, and contribute to various illnesses. When we suppress emotions instead of processing them, the body finds ways to release that energy. This is why emotional healing often leads to physical relief. Have you ever had a good cry and felt a weight lift off your chest? That's because emotions, when expressed, lose their grip on the body. But what happens when we don't listen? The body starts sending stronger signals. Minor aches become chronic pain. A little tension turns into something more serious. If we keep ignoring the signs, the body finds new ways to get our attention. That's why it's important to acknowledge these messages before they become something we can no longer ignore. Healing starts with awareness. When you feel pain, instead of just treating the symptom, ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me? What emotion am I holding on to? What part of my life needs attention? These questions can open the door to real healing, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. So how can you begin to decode your body's messages? All right, the first step is mindfulness. Pay attention to what you feel, both physically and emotionally. Keep a journal of your pain and what's happening in your life at the time. Do you always get a headache when you're stressed about work? Does your back start aching when you feel unsupported by loved ones? Noticing these patterns can help you connect the dots. Next, practice emotional release. This could be through talking, writing, therapy, or even physical movement like yoga and exercise. Releasing stored emotions can bring relief to the body in ways you wouldn't expect. Breathwork and meditation can also be powerful tools. When you breathe deeply, you allow tension to leave the body. Meditation helps clear the mind and reconnect you with your inner self. Simple breathing exercises like inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling slowly through the mouth can bring immediate relief to areas of tension. Movement is also key. Stretching, dancing, or even just shaking out your limbs can help release stagnant energy. The goal is to let go, to allow emotions to flow rather than remain stuck inside. Healing is not about ignoring pain, it's about understanding it. When you shift your perspective and start seeing pain as a message rather than an obstacle, you take back control over your well-being. The body is wise. It knows what it needs. By learning to listen, you unlock a new level of self-awareness and transformation. Imagine waking up and instead of dreading pain, you see it as a guide leading you toward the healing you need. That is the power of understanding your body's wisdom. Now, spiritual pain isn't about punishment, it's about awareness. It's as if the body acts as a bridge, connecting our physical and emotional experiences to our deeper spiritual needs. When we ignore what's happening on an emotional or spiritual level, the body steps in, urging us to pay attention. It's like an internal alarm system, signaling that something beneath the surface needs healing. What makes spiritual pain so fascinating is how deeply personal it is. Two people might experience the same physical symptom, but its spiritual meaning can be completely different based on their individual lives and struggles. A person dealing with lower back pain, for example, might be facing financial stress, their body reacting to the fear of instability. Someone else with the same pain might feel unsupported, abandoned by their loved ones. This uniqueness makes exploring spiritual pain both complex and incredibly meaningful. The idea that emotions can cause physical symptoms isn't new. Traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, and indigenous healing practices have long taught that the mind and body are inseparable. These ancient systems recognize emotions as energy flowing through the body. When this energy gets blocked or stagnant, discomfort and illness follow. Traditional Chinese medicine, for instance, links the liver to anger and the stomach to worry, showing how emotions directly impact specific organs. Western medicine is beginning to embrace these ideas. Holistic approaches, mindfulness practices, and therapy are gaining traction, encouraging people to look beyond just their physical symptoms. Instead of treating only the pain, more doctors and healers now ask, what emotions are tied to this discomfort? By addressing the root cause, whether through therapy, meditation, or deep self-reflection, many people find relief, not just from their pain, but also from the emotional burdens that caused it. One of the most challenging aspects of spiritual pain is that it doesn't come with clear instructions. It doesn't tell us exactly what to do or how to heal. Instead, it asks us to listen to our bodies, to our emotions, to the quiet whispers of intuition we often ignore. This process requires patience and self-compassion. It means being willing to explore uncomfortable truths, to sit with your pain instead of numbing it. It's not an easy journey, but those who take it often find a deep sense of healing and understanding on the other side. Think about a time when you had a headache after a stressful day or felt a sudden tightness in your shoulders after an argument. These physical sensations aren't just reactions to external stress, they could be signals from within, urging you to pay attention. The body has its own language, a way of expressing what the mind and spirit suppress. Take headaches, for example. They're one of the most common physical ailments, yet spiritually, they can carry a deeper message. Often, headaches are linked to self-criticism or perfectionism. When someone constantly second-guesses themselves or feels the weight of impossible expectations, the tension builds, manifesting as pain in the head. It's as if the mind's relentless inner dialogue becomes too much for the body to bear. By reflecting on where we might be too hard on ourselves, we can often alleviate not just the headache, but also the emotional strain that caused it. Neck pain is another example. It often reflects an internal struggle with flexibility, not just in movement, but in thinking. People who are resistant to new ideas, unwilling to see another's perspective, or stuck in rigid beliefs often experience stiffness or discomfort in their necks. The phrase, a pain in the neck, takes on a whole new meaning when seen in this light, showing how an unwillingness to adapt can create actual physical discomfort. Shoulder pain, on the other hand, is frequently tied to emotional burdens. The saying, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, isn't just a metaphor. When responsibilities feel overwhelming, or when unresolved guilt, shame, or worry linger, this emotional weight often manifests as tightness in the shoulders. The body, in its wisdom, mirrors the mind's struggles. Moving further down, back pain is one of the clearest examples of how emotional and spiritual struggles manifest physically. Upper back pain is often associated with a lack of emotional support, arising when someone feels unloved, unappreciated, or neglected in their personal relationships. It's the body's way of signaling that emotional needs are just as important as physical ones. Lower back pain, in contrast, is commonly linked to financial stress or fear of instability. When someone is constantly anxious about money, resources, or their sense of security, this fear often settles into the lower back, creating persistent discomfort. Healing in this case isn't just about treating the pain, it's about addressing the underlying fear, finding ways to feel more secure both financially and emotionally. The stomach is another area where emotions tend to manifest physically. Often considered the center of our ability to process and digest life's experiences, the stomach reacts strongly to stress, anxiety, and unresolved emotions. When someone feels overwhelmed, unable to cope, or is suppressing emotions rather than dealing with them, the stomach bears the brunt of it. Feelings of unease, tension, or even pain in the gut can be the body's way of urging someone to slow down and reflect on what's truly troubling them. Knee pain carries its own message. Spiritually, the knees are tied to pride, ego, and flexibility. When someone struggles to accept help from others or resist change, this emotional rigidity can show up as stiffness or discomfort in the knees. Sometimes pride convinces people they must handle everything alone, but this mindset doesn't just take a toll on emotions, it can manifest physically as well. Letting go of this resistance, being open to support and change, can bring both emotional and physical relief. All of these physical pains aren't just random discomforts. They are signals, messages from the body, urging us to confront emotions we might be avoiding. Each ache, each twinge, carries a story, a reflection of our emotional and spiritual state. By learning to listen, to decode what our bodies are trying to tell us, we can uncover deeper truths about ourselves and our personal journeys. The point isn't to assign blame or guilt. It's not about saying you're sick because of your emotions. It's about awareness and growth. The body, mind, and spirit are deeply connected, and when something is off balance in one area, the others feel the effects. These physical pains, then, aren't punishments. They're guidance, gentle nudges pushing us toward healing. All right, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how prolonged stress or anxiety can make you feel physically unwell? That's the mind-body connection in action. Emotional and spiritual well-being have a direct influence on physical health. When someone is emotionally balanced and spiritually aligned, their body thrives. But when emotional turmoil or unresolved pain lingers, the body often begins to show signs of distress. Chronic stress, for instance, weakens the immune system, making people more vulnerable to illness. Suppressed emotions like anger or sadness can lead to muscle tension, digestive issues, or even chronic pain. It's as if the body becomes a mirror reflecting the inner struggles we may not even be fully aware of. Science supports this idea. When we experience emotional or spiritual pain, the brain sends signals throughout the body, triggering physical responses. Stress hormones like cortisol flood the system, preparing the body for a fight or flight response. While this is helpful in short bursts, chronic emotional distress keeps the body in a constant state of alert, leading to fatigue, inflammation, and other physical problems. But here's the hopeful part. Addressing spiritual pain can alleviate physical symptoms. When someone is weighed down by guilt or regret, those emotions can manifest as tightness in the chest or shoulders. But by confronting and releasing those feelings through forgiveness, meditation, or other healing practices, the physical tension often eases as well. Healing the spirit creates a ripple effect, bringing relief to the body. Consider grief. Losing someone or something important doesn't just hurt emotionally, it can feel like a physical ache. Traditional medicine might focus on treating the headaches, stomach issues, or fatigue that come with grief. But holistic approaches recognize that true healing comes from addressing the spiritual pain underneath. By processing grief, finding ways to honor the loss, and allowing emotions to move through the body, many people experience not just emotional healing, but also a profound improvement in their physical well-being. And if we come to chronic stress, it is often regarded as the hidden force behind many modern health issues, from high blood pressure to digestive disorders. But stress isn't just a physical reaction. It's deeply intertwined with how we process and perceive life's challenges. When people feel lost, unfulfilled, or disconnected from their values, stress can take an even greater toll on their well-being. However, by reconnecting with your spiritual self, Whether through mindfulness, prayer, or nature, you can shift your perspective, easing stress and its effects. And if you've ever felt this in your life, comment "awakened" below. Spiritual practices have long been recognized as powerful tools for healing the mind-body connection. Meditation, for instance, has been shown to lower blood pressure and alleviate pain while fostering a profound sense of inner peace. Yoga blends movement, breathwork, and mindfulness to heal both the body and spirit simultaneously. Even small acts like journaling or expressing gratitude can release emotional burdens, creating a deep sense of relief that also benefits physical health. What makes this connection so remarkable is its ability to empower healing. People are not merely passive victims of their circumstances. By paying attention to emotional and spiritual needs, they can actively influence their physical health. This isn't about disregarding medical treatments. Rather, it's about integrating holistic approaches, recognizing that true well-being stems from harmony between the mind, body, and spirit. Often, physical symptoms serve as clues, signaling deeper issues that require attention. A persistent ache might reflect unresolved emotional conflicts, while chronic fatigue could be an indicator of burnout or spiritual disconnection. Instead of dismissing these signs as mere inconveniences, viewing them as invitations to self-exploration can lead to transformation. Healing begins with a willingness to look within. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for uncovering hidden emotional and spiritual wounds that shape one's life. Sitting with thoughts and emotions, especially when they bring discomfort, requires courage, but it's in this space of introspection that unresolved patterns come to light. Recurring guilt or resentment may indicate the need for forgiveness, either of oneself or others. Writing down thoughts and emotions can clarify what truly needs attention, paving the way for healing. Mindfulness and meditation are invaluable practices in this journey. Meditation allows for a quiet space where thoughts can be observed without judgment, reducing stress while deepening the connection to the inner self. Many who meditate regularly find clarity in their emotions, making it easier to process pain and let go. Mindfulness, on the other hand, encourages full awareness of the present moment, whether joyful or difficult, helping individuals see pain not as something to fear, but as a guide toward deeper understanding. Even simple techniques like breathwork or visualization can create a sense of calm and reinforce spiritual connection. Sometimes healing isn't a journey one can take alone. Seeking support from spiritual counselors, therapists, or trusted guides can be a crucial step in processing emotional or spiritual pain. A spiritual counselor can help align beliefs with actions, while a therapist can provide a safe space to navigate past traumas or current struggles. In moments of deep emotional overwhelm, their guidance can be invaluable. Beyond professional help, opening up to close friends or loved ones can offer comfort and reassurance, reminding one that they are not alone in their journey. Holistic healing methods such as Reiki, acupuncture, or energy work also address the mind-body-spirit connection. These practices aim to restore balance, often leaving people feeling lighter and more aligned with their inner selves. While not everyone resonates with these approaches, those who are open to them often experience profound benefits. Nature, too, plays a powerful role in healing. Spending time outdoors, whether by a river, in a forest, or simply basking in the sun, can be grounding and restorative. The natural world serves as a reminder of life's cycles and the interconnectedness of all things, offering quiet strength and perspective. No matter the approach, patience is essential. Healing is rarely a straightforward process. It unfolds in its own time and often brings moments of discomfort before true resolution. The key is to remain open, committed, and trusting that each step taken leads closer to wholeness. Whether through self-reflection, mindfulness, professional support, or holistic practices, the journey is ultimately about finding what resonates and honoring the unique path to healing. In the end, physical pain is more than just discomfort. It's a message from within, urging reflection and realignment. By listening to these signals, we open the door to healing and balance. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit and subscribe for more value like this. Thanks for watching.